Hello, everyone. Welcome to the fifth episode of our monthly webcast series, Aftermarket Intelligence Unlocked. I am Amrita Raut, Technical Architect here at Davant, and it is wonderful to have you all join us today. Every last Friday of the month, we spend 30 minutes hearing from industry experts about what's changing, what's working, and what's next in the manufacturing aftermarket space. Before we dive into the AI agents, a couple of quick housekeeping points. This webcast is being recorded and you will receive a playback copy afterwards. We encourage you to ask questions. Use the Q&A button at the bottom of your screen to type your questions. And we will try to get to as many as we can towards the end of the session. So coming to today's topic, today's discussion centers on how OEMs, distributors, dealers, and suppliers struggle or face challenges with fragmented data and slow manual claim processing. We will also discuss how Agentic AI fuses IoT telemetry, repair histories, and policy rules to automate claim submission, processing, and dealer assistance, leading to autonomous warranty operations. Joining us today is Tim Lyon, Director of Global Shared Services Customer Support at AGCO Corporation. Tim comes with 36 years of experience in agricultural equipment OEM, with global focus on warranty adjudication, technical documentation, and technical training development. Tim is very passionate about the Farmer First initiative, helping dealers, driving employee engagements, all of which eventually drive the financial results of the company. And I am Amrita Raut, a technical architect at Davant. I have over 14 years of experience designing and delivering scalable end-to-end solutions across diverse industries. Before we begin, a brief introduction to Davant. At Davant, we are dedicated to transforming aftermarket operations with powerful data-driven AI agent-powered solutions. Our goal is to equip you with comprehensive insights and strategies that enhance both productivity and customer experience. Without further delay, let's dive into today's session. I will be handing it over to our speaker. Tim, over to you.
Well, thank you, Amrita. First, I'd like to say that in full disclosure, Amrita and I know each other very well. We've worked together for the past 4 years or so. She was on the AGCO account. So if it seems like sometimes she knows more about AGCO than I do, that's true because she's very much an expert. So she'll tease out questions if I miss something. But anyway, it's great to work with you again, Amrita. I wanted to start with just a little bit of an overview of AGCO and the kind of key challenges that we're operating or we're facing today. AGCO, if you're not familiar with us, we're an agricultural equipment OEM, so we build tractors and combines all over the world. We sell those tractors and combines and hay equipment, other things all over the world, 160 markets, I believe. So if it wasn't for the current market, it's a challenging environment anyway that we're working in, being as low as we are. But at the same time, currently the ag industry is in a downturn. So last year we started going down. This year it's gone down a little bit further. We're all optimistic and crossing our fingers for the farmers that things are starting to pick up globally next year. But a key thing is we are in an economic downturn environment. And from a dealer perspective, that means their cash flow is tight at the end of the day. So they have their fixed costs, they have their employees, they have their parts inventories, but the cash isn't turning because the sales aren't there to the normal level. So it's important. I'll be talking today about the warranty domain. And from a warranty perspective, it's very important to our dealers and for us to be able to get that cash back to them as quickly as possible in any environment, but especially important in this environment where cash is tight. So it's really important that we focus on being fast in our claim processing. From an AGCO perspective, with a down environment, we're looking to, first I'll say in our current environment with our tool set and everything, when you have human-based adjudication, that's going to be a slower turnaround. You got people that have to look at every claim, adjudicate that claim. So I'll talk more about that in a second, but that's a key challenge. And then from an AGCO perspective, we're trying to save all the money we can. At the end of the day, the warranty department, we're a cost. And so what can we do to lower our cost structure at the same time that we're trying to help speed up the claim processing for our dealers? So that's kind of a general overview of what we're facing today. Some of the solutions that we've really leaned into is the first thing is the global rollout of our warranty system. So we started this journey probably, I think, 6 years ago in a couple markets, US and China. And just last year, we finished that journey. So we currently are at the state where everybody around the world is using the same global warranty system for AGCO. So that was quite an achievement in and of itself. And that's a really good thing because now we have a common platform. We can start to develop on top of that platform and get exponential benefits of that. So that took us to partnering with, by the way, we partnered with Avant in our warranty solution. And then on the automation side, we started partnering with Avant and their TMAP solutions. For warranty, it's just one specific module, but how can we use smart analytics to help us with our claim adjudication? So we did a pilot last year in North America to start to understand it ourselves and see if it was worth the investment. We decided it was, so we rolled that out globally earlier this year. And more recently, we actually started to update our business rules to leverage some of the information that we're getting from this advanced analytics. So the key thing that we're leveraging is something called suspect scoring. So we take in a lot of data and we crank out some suspect scores using the analytics, and we're now incorporating some of that into our business rules. So previously, we had lots of business rules, and we were able to get to a point of about 30% automated claim processing. So the claim comes in, business rules fire, no person's looking at it, claims adjudicated. That's great because that's the fastest the dealer can get their money returned to them, basically 24 hours. Then with the analytics, we're able to now start fine-tuning our business rules with the suspect score and basically figuring out risk at the end of the day. And can we make faster decisions? The intention is to make the right decision fast, not make a poor decision quickly, if that makes sense. So we're using the analytics to help us tune that in. We've been able to jump our auto approval from that, I'll say 35% baseline. Now we're up above 45%. So we're on a good trend. Now, I will say my boss wants me to figure out how to get to 100%. So we still got quite a ways to grow there, but we're over, I'm sorry, I said 45%. We're over 55% as of today. So we've taken quite a quick jump, and that's a global metric that I'm talking about. Amrita, were you going to say something?
Yeah, I just wanted to understand, Tim. So how has TMAP helped the AGCO's warranty team since you spoke that we did it? So how has it helped them in the ground level?
Yeah, I mean, it's taken some work away for sure. So it's allowed us to focus more on, rather than kind of routine, basic things, low dollar, easy stuff. Like let the computer do that, and let our people focus on the more challenging situations that we get into. It's freeing up our human capacity to do more. At the same time, though, we have been focused. That's the third element on this, what I'm calling the global warranty team. So in the past, we had dedicated resources adjudicating warranty in each market, and we still have that, and we will always have that. Because you have language opportunities, there are differences, commercial policy differences. You need to face the dealers' language. I think I already mentioned. So, but with our global system and these rules and the TMAP system, we are able to spread out the workload around the globe. So we do have people in China today helping out the German market. We have people in India helping out the North America market, the UK and France and the South America. And we have people in South America helping North America as well. So this has all happened in the last 60 days or so. So we're really excited about it. We're seeing a shift in workload. And from the dealer perspective, they're seeing a smooth out of backlogs. There's always a certain amount of backlog or open claims out there. And by being able to unlock that global workforce, we're able to smooth out those peaks and troughs of just seasonality or vacation schedules or holiday schedules that are different around the world. So it's a really exciting part of that. And then from the company perspective, we have saved money overall. So we have lowered our total cost for warranty claim adjudication with the combination of these changes that I've just talked about. As far as what's next, we will continue to drive up automation. For sure, that's a key focus of ours, but we're currently starting to look at auditing and what it is we can do to use this advanced analytics and do a better job auditing the system to figure out how to make ourselves or our dealers better. That's the next step. And on top of that, we're looking at, go ahead, Amrita.
Are we, when you say auditing, Tim, sorry to interrupt. So when you say auditing, are we planning to audit the ACCO dealers?
Yeah, so and that's a piece of it for sure. And I'm glad you asked the question. When I think of auditing, I want to audit ourselves, AGCO, in terms of our business rules. What opportunities do we have to be better in our business rules? And again, always trying to make the right decision first. So, we do have something called appeal rates. So whatever decision we make the first time, whether it's a computer or a person, if the dealer doesn't like it or doesn't think we're being fair, which is another key objective of ours, to be fair, fast and fair, the dealers have a chance to appeal it. So that's kind of a way for us to keep an eye on, hey, as we increase automation, we don't want to increase the appeal rate. We actually want to drive that down, which means we're making the right decision, a fair decision first, the right time. So part of that auditing is that, like, how do we tune our business rules? But for sure, a component of it is, where do we look for the outliers in the dealer behavior or the data and identify where we should call a physical audit and go in and focus on this one dealer or several dealers or something like that. So, and then another more positive thing with our dealer channel is, where do they need training? Are there outliers that it's not saying they're being fraudulent, but they're just not as good as other dealers on average. So if most dealers are getting 95%, 90 cents on the dollar, 95 cents on the dollar of what they're requesting, but this dealer's only getting 80, what's going on there? They're clearly, something inefficient is going on in that shop, and let's go in with training or try to help the dealer. So for me, auditing is all those things. It's not just looking for fraud. On the automation side, we're looking at something called content extractor with the Devant. Basically, some of the claims that we have to manually review is because there's a document, an attachment that we have to look at. But there's tools out there, we believe, and that we could digitalize, if I can say the word, digitalize the data on those documents. And basically then, once it's in digital form, you're able to then let the computer analyze, is the data matching up the correct way? So if we could do that, we could take the next jump in our automation percentages, we believe. So that's interesting to us. And then the last thing is around labor rate. So mostly when dealers appeal, they're appealing our decision on how much labor should taken to do that job. And we use something that's been with us with the Devant tool from the beginning called peer averages to set that today. So, what of all your peer dealers who have done hundreds of those jobs, what did it cost them on average to do that repair? So that replaced the old repair time schedule concepts. We use peer average. That's gotten us so far, but now with all the analytics work that we've done with Devant, we're looking at something called labor clustering. So it's another level of statistical analysis on the labor that helps us even further differentiate that, hey, maybe although it looks from the surface this is the same job, it's really two different jobs, and we should be looking at it differently. And I think when we get that tuned in, I think we'll take another jump on both reducing our appeal rate and at the same time take another jump in auto processing. So before, with that, I just want to remind everybody on the call that we do have the Q&A button out there. So at any time a question pops in your head, we'll be taking questions at the end. So please feel free to click that button and give us questions at any time. So the other area within the warranty domain that I want to talk about, aside from claim adjudication, is dealer support. So, in addition to processing claims, we got to take calls or questions or feedback from the dealers. So from our perspective, what we've been our key challenge that we're trying to solve is we're always looking for efficiencies, not only in the downturn environment, but we're a cost structure. So how can we lower our costs to serve our dealers? From a dealer's perspective, they want better support. They want 24/7 support is what they want, but and they want us to be timely and take care of their issue. Our approach is that every dealer interaction with us, there's an end customer on the other end with the dealer. So we understand that, if we're going to provide better customer service, we have to provide that great service to our dealers. Again, human-based support, it's slow turnaround today in the prior processes. And when you're using phone or email, it's really hard to point in metrics. So as a manager, it's really hard to put your finger on what are the root cause problems, what can we fix in the system, or where do we have a training opportunity, those sort of things. So we're looking for something that was more metric-based. And of course, from a people perspective, it takes more people to support if you're doing phone, email, no automation, and that sort of thing. So the solution that we've been working with is with Salesforce. system is in their case management, which we've been using case management for quite a long time, but we've redone that. We have a global rollout of new case management, and we're working very much on the future of using agents. And the idea is that if we get knowledge articles out there, or the agent can go in and pull data out of the various systems to answer a question in addition to the knowledge, then dealers could self-service a certain percent of those questions and not need the human capital or human thing, and then have an easy button that they can quickly escalate to our subject matter experts if they need to. So that's the journey we're on there. So far so good, but long way to go to meet the end state. Lastly, I'll mention we developed something in our dealer-facing tool, we call Tech Connect, but we have a module in there called Tech Ready. And what we've done is we've pulled all the information from the warranty system and give them a little application. The idea here is that if a dealer is going out, maybe they have to do a field call to a customer, and it's not a job or repair that they're that used to, they could go in and put in the failure information, the product, and the failure area, and that sort of information. And we'll give them a list, all the history of every dealer that's ever worked on that type of a fix before. Here's all the parts that were ever used, and what percentage. This part 100% of the time, this part 25% of the time, and what's the average labor that they took to do this job. So it took between 10 and 18 hours. And then we'll also tell you, and what's warranty paying at this time? What's the peer average for this job? Oh, that happens to be 14 hours. So we give them all this information to help them with a quoting process, and also to pick parts to go out and do the job. Because the worst you can do is drive an hour to a farmer's field and get into a repair and realize you don't have the parts to fix them. Then you drive another hour, get more parts, and go back, et cetera, et cetera. So really exciting thing that we've done to leverage the warranty information to help our dealers. So what's next is, I mentioned the agents. We got to develop the knowledge base and really train the model and make sure that it's providing the right answers. And again, we're early on that journey, but that's where we're heading next. So with that, the other thing I want to remind everybody on the call is there's also a poll that opened up at the very beginning. If you get a chance throughout, you can open the poll again if you shut it down, but you can open that up and fill out that poll at any time. They'll be sharing that information out as well and collecting input from you. The last thing I want to share is what I call our North Star ambition. So what's driving us over the next 5 years? Again, dealers are pushing for that simplicity at the end of the day. Keep it easy. Give us simple solutions. Give us automated warranty claim submission someday. So you have all this information from a work order, or they have it. How do we get that and use the computer to turn that into a warranty claim automatically? That would take a huge effort off the dealers. It would be fewer errors, and we'd get the right information, and it would help us with auto processing as well. So that's a future vision that we'd be working towards. It requires good integrations with business systems, a lot of complexity. Our dealers have a lot of different business systems, so that's not an easy road to go, but that's certainly a road we want to go down. And then that dealer support, really turning on that 24/7 support with chatbots, with agents running in the background. That's going to keep leading us forward. From the employee side of things, we need to continue to upskill them how to make use of this technology, right? The job is going to change with AI. There's no question. We are starting to understand that more and more every day. We still need people. We still need those people, but they may need a different skill set. So we're trying to understand that better and identify those opportunities and work on upskilling our employees to take advantage of the new opportunities that AI will bring us. And then from an AGCO perspective, again, warranty is always going to be just a cost. And what can we do to be more efficient, lower our cost structure? And that drives us to the automation. And I joked earlier, but my boss is serious. He wants me to figure out how to get to 100% auto processing and drive that appeal rate down to below 3%. And everything we do, we're always anchored on these three pillars on the right, which is we want to be fast. We got to be fair. That's fair to the dealers and to AGCO. And we always have to be compliant, because in our world, there's policies, there's rules, there's legislation that we have to adhere to. So doing the right things for the right reasons in the right way, I guess, is another way of putting it. So with that, that's the end of my pre-ramble to the exciting stuff that Amrita has to talk to us about. Amrita, back over to you.
Thank you so much, Tim. That was very informative. So yeah, okay. As we all know, the warranty claim process is very long and it involves multiple stakeholders. Like Tim said, it starts from claim generation at the dealers, and again, it ends pretty much to supplier recovery at the supplier's end, and it has multiple data touch points. And with such an intricate process, one error can lead to cascade of errors. And with AI agents, we can automate end-to-end process of warranty claims management from claim creation to processing and settlement. It will significantly kind of reduce the manual efforts and even minimize the risk of human errors. So coming to what before AI, a typical repair and warranty process, it involves several manual steps. For example, it starts with the occurrence of a failure, product failure, which prompts the scheduling of a technician appointment. Then the technician goes, reviews the complaint, examines the vehicle, checks the history, and also at the dealer's end, they go through the warranty documents to ensure what all is covered under OEM's warranty and identify parts, labor. Finally, with all of that being done, the technician goes ahead, post customer's approval, and carries out the repair. Once the repair is completed, technician logs all the details and submits the warranty claims, initiates part returns, and the process continues. But with now AI agents in place, many of these steps can be automated or augmented, dramatically improving the operational efficiency across the entire warranty lifecycle. So to start with, we can have a pre-check AI agent, which will pull equipment history, recalls, and also suggest likely issues to the dealerships. And they can also be, the next one can be a check-in AI agent, which will basically create all the checklist, because a warranty repair can be a complex process. So in that process, we have this risk of missing out on crucial aspects. So to ensure that none of those are missed out, we can have a check-in AI agent, which will create a check-in list. And as we all know, at times the OEM's documents are very lengthy. So in this case, a content extractor AI agent can really help us, giving a summarized version and highlighting key points such as coverage limits, specific conditions, or any exclusions terms which exist. And this will kind of make it easier for the service staff of the dealer to really understand what is and what is not covered under OEM's warranty. And once all that detail is done, we can always have a part repair AI agent as well, which will kind of identify the failure codes, estimate repair labor hours, recommend the replaced part which needs to be also taken care of. In fact, create an order in the OEM's parts ordering system so that the part is kind of available during the repair. Once all that is done, the technician goes and repairs the equipment. Then comes the claim submission flow. So instead of doing manually and inputting all these information, a claim submission AI agent can actually help a lot during claim creation. It can be a great assistance in filling out warranty claim forms by extracting data from the service orders and highlighting alerts if at all there exists some incomplete information or missing documents which might be important from the OEM's standpoint. So that makes it very easy. The dealer can just go through it, correct whatever they want, and just click on submit, and the claim is out of their box. And at the same time, we can finally have a continuous learning AI agent, which by analyzing vast amounts of data, machine learning algorithms can kind of predict common failures and their causes, which will help dealers proactively address all the issues, failures, without even the customer escalating them. This will enhance the accuracy of claim assessments as well. So with all these agents in place, what we can conclude is the integration of AI into dealer management systems actually represents a significant leap forward in managing warranty claims. And by automating these processes, AI agents can help dealerships and manufacturers significantly improve operational efficiency, reduce costs, and elevate customer satisfaction as well. So, Tim, do you think this also might be an area which will help our AGCO dealers?
There's no question. Yeah, no question. At the end of the day, everything we could do to automate and keep dealers from having to enter data in two different systems. It just makes a lot of sense for them as much as it does for us.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. So as we wrap up our discussions, let's move on to the Q&A session here. So, okay. So the first question, Tim, which we have is, can you provide any insights regarding a return on your investment for the analytics part?
Oh, okay. Return on investment for the analytics, the analytics part that I was talking about. Yeah, sure. So yeah, that was an investment we had to make. So I mentioned we did a pilot and then decided to do the full rollout. It's still fairly early because we just did the full rollout early in the year. And it's funny because my finance and IT people were always chasing me for the same information. But I can say that we have already proven the return on the investment. So we started out, like I said, around 30%, with our original business rules. Once we had the global system and we were able to share best practices, we were able to drive it to, let's say, 48%-ish. And we were kind of at a standstill there. We'd done everything we could do with the tools that we had. By bringing in the analytics platform and starting down that road, we've now driven it to, I think it's 58% at this point in time, auto processing. So that's quite a big jump. So that 10% or 10-point jump is directly attributed to the analytics, and then we can associate that to manpower savings to prove out the business case. So without a doubt, we've proven the business case for that investment.
That makes sense. Yeah. So thank you, Tim. Let's take one more question. So since we are planning to automate warranty claim adjudication, the question around is, are there concerns about automating warranty claim adjudication, both from dealers and internal end as well, internal users end?
Yeah, for sure. It's important, and it's an area that I need to do a better job of, is internal change management or communication, that sort of thing. There's a natural thought that happens internally that says, "Oh, you're giving away money. The computers make a decision, and you're just giving the dealers what they ask for or something." That's not true at all. We've got very robust business rules, so the decision that the computer makes is the same decision that a person would make. It's all based on our business rules, our policies, and that sort of thing. So there's no risk there, but it's a common concern that comes up that we have to help them understand. On the dealer side, they're afraid we're just making poor decisions quickly. And then we don't want that. We want the right decision the first time. So we say, hey, we kind of have a countermeasure there, which is the appeal rate. The appeal percentage. So, if we get it wrong, appeal it, and, we'll work with you. And it's not like they're always right when they appeal it either, but, that's kind of our governor to make sure. But that's their big concern, that, that they're going to have to appeal more and do more work to work with us. And that hasn't panned out to be true either, but that's definitely a concern.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Tim. So thank you, Tim, for your invaluable insights today. And thank you to all of you for joining us. We hope you found this session informative and inspiring. You will be receiving an email with a link to the recording and further resources. We look forward to seeing you in episode 6 in late August. Have a great day.